Today I'll be showing you how you can perform front-end customization on your DecoNetwork website. Just a quick FYI, I am using a PC computer and I'm currently on a Google Chrome browser window. So firstly, you want to log into your Manage Fulfillment. You can go to your website and click Login on the top. Enter your credentials and click Login. Now I'm actually going to be performing customization to a different website. So click on the Websites button here up top, and I want to customize the first website here. So click the Manage button at the end of it, and I'm now within the website settings page of webdesigntest.decoapparel.com. Let me open this in a new tab. This is how the website looks like. You will notice there are many links here, but in terms of front-end customizations, you just have to concern yourself with this section right here, the first one, under branding and appearance. So I'll be going through this one by one, and I'm actually going to start with Select Store Template. Now you can scroll through this page and see the other templates we have here, but when a customer signs up with us, they'll get a brand new website and a default template will be applied to the website already, and that is this right here. It's called the Hub template. So if, for example, you played around with the other templates and then decided that you still want to come up with your designs, I would recommend switching back to the Hub template first, because to me at least, the Hub template is the cleanest slate to start your design from scratch. So that is it from the Select Store template. Now I'm going to go back to website settings. I will now start with store branding. Store branding pretty much has to do with the logo of your website. Currently I have just a text logo here, Web Design Tests. That corresponds to the field over here. And I imagine most of the case will be you'll be uploading your own logo as an image. So you can do so by clicking the Choose File button here. And then it will replace the text logo. Whatever you've entered here, it will replace it. Now the next section of the settings is where you can set your page title and the favicon. So you can see the preview here on the side of what the setting refers to. So right now I've entered Web Design Test, and as you can see up top here, it's written over here. The format is always the name of the page and whatever you've entered in this field. And as for this, it's pretty much the icon next to the name of the website here. Right now I don't have anything, so it just shows a blank icon, but you can upload it through here. That is it. That is it with the store branding. So let me go back again to the website settings. Next one is the website colors. So with website colors, you will see these 5 options here. Each of these swatches are clickable. If you click on them, you will open a color selector. There is a slider. There's also 2 groups of colors you can choose from. And out of all 5, usually the one I deal with most often is the text color, link color, and the product thumbnail background color. So of course, within the DecoNetwork system, there is a place where you can enter your own custom CSS, and of course you can control your text color, link color through there. But in terms of this, I would always suggest deciding on a main color one primary color, enter it here, and then the change will seen globally. And then of course, I'm sure you'll have other texts that you want to apply a different color to, and that's when you can apply it through custom CSS. So in terms of text and the link color, I recommend deciding on one primary color, set it here, and then for the other secondary text or link elements, you can target it with custom CSS. And then product thumbnail background color is a setting for, so let me go into a product here, this background color here behind the product. As you can see, it is gray, and that's because that's the default color. It's been set to gray. A personal tip is that I like to set it to white because that can make the page look cleaner, and to me the gray makes it look a bit muddy. So yeah, I like to set it to white. Now the next section is the website background. So you will have the template default. If you want to change it into a different color, you can choose this second option. And to change the to control the color for this, go back to the fifth option here, and then you can change it here. If you have an image instead, you can click third option. You can upload the image to here, and then there are two modes. If you have a textural / pattern background, you can just leave it as is, repeat. But if you have a big image, a photo, for example, for your website's background, you can choose cover. And that is it for the website colors. Next is, actually I'm going to jump ahead into the website page options. I'll skip these two for now. And you can just take a look at the preview here to see what each settings refers to. And then you can play around with this and see what changes you can achieve by playing around with these. And then I'm not going to go into details because again, I think the preview images are quite clear. And then other than that, that is it for the website page options. Next one is the social site links. And this is where you can enter your social media accounts. There are only 6, but I think these 6 are the most commonly used social media. So you just have to enter your account handles. And then once you save the change, you will see these icons over here on the right edge of your browser. So these icons will be scrolling down with you. So they are at a fixed position and floating, because again, it scrolls down with you. And that is it from this page. Last one is social sharing. So this is pretty much, if you visit a website and then you see little social media shortcut buttons, such as the Facebook like button, Twitter's tweet button, Pinterest pin button. So this is where you can set it up. There are two settings. You can choose to show it on the designs and products page, or when someone purchases a product, or both. And that is it for this page. Now I will get into the customized template CSS. This is pretty much where you can enter your CSS. CSS that controls both the default HTML of the website and also your custom HTML. When I say custom HTML is, when you enter contents that are not original with the website. So you can control all CSS from here. And usually it's done by simply going to the front end, targeting the element you want to change. In this case, we'll be dealing with existing content. Let's say I want to target this top menu bar, inspect, and then it's a division with the ID navigation wrapper. So go to the styles panel, select the ID name, copy it, go back here, paste it here, and then open and closing bracket and enter your property. This is pretty much the basic concept of how you can override the default CSS or even apply brand new CSS to the existing or default elements of the website. And then as for your custom HTML, after you enter your custom HTML, go here and then type in your class or ID, whatever it is, depending on your custom HTML, and then apply it like you would with your usual CSS. And let me delete this for now. Aside from that, there's also one other important thing from this page, and that is this button right here. If clicked, you will see this panel. And actually, let me close it briefly. I need to do something. Sorry about that. So let me open it back up. So yeah, again, this is where you can upload your external files. May that be images, external CSS, JavaScript files. You can upload them all here. So to upload them, you can click Choose File down here. Select your file. I'll select this one for now. Click Upload. And if you click on the file you just uploaded, you will close that panel, and instead you will get this source link here. I'm sure that you will need, especially if you want to upload an image. So you can copy paste this into your HTML or CSS. And that is it with Customize Template CSS. I'll go back here again. And the last one is Customize Template HTML. So this is pretty much the global HTML of the website. So I'm sure in terms of header and footer, doesn't matter at whichever page, it'll stay the same in terms of looks. So this is where you can make changes to your header and footer, because whatever changes you make here, it'll be applied globally and it'll appear on every page on your website. So if you want to make changes to the header and footer, you can do it here. And then if you scroll down here, you can see some specialized tags here, because again, this is a global HTML, but of course, on the actual front end, each page has different content. So that's why we have these specialized tags. And then also, as you can see, they are certain elements are labeled as well to help you. And then of course, if you notice, there's the hat tag. And since you can see this is where you would want to enter or actually link your external files. So if you have, an external CSS, You can enter it here, link JavaScript files, and of course you can also enter jQuery here. And then one important thing to note is that if you want to make changes to this, don't forget to check the box, override default layout. Also, another thing is that you have this tab here, default layout tab. You can regard this as a backup, so in case you accidentally deleted a specialized tag, you can just copy paste it from here. And that is it from the website, the customized template HTML. And so that concludes the branding and appearance section. The next big thing I want to go through is the website pages. So I'm actually going to open this in a new tab. Now earlier I talked about the customized template HTML and how it affects the website globally. So whenever you make changes to that, you will see it on every page. Now this is where you can make changes to certain pages. Now I think before I get into that, let me just make a note that under this pages panel here, these are all the accessible pages you can make changes to, but of course there are still many other pages that are inaccessible. So that's why, let me go back to the front end. I'd like to bring your attention that each of this, for any of the page that comes with the website, the body tag comes with its own ID. So you can always target those inaccessible pages that way. Let me close this. That aside, you have these pages that are accessible for you. And as you can see, some of them are commented out, some of them are actually I should say some of them are active, some of them are inactive. So as you can see, the active ones: home, create, test, designs, about, contact. If you go compare it to the front end, you have the home, create, test, designs, about, and contact. And then I'm not going to go into the details of each. So I'll just go through the basic things about these pages. So firstly, let me go through these buttons here. So you have this delete button. This delete button will not work with the default pages, but it will work with a custom page. So this test page here is actually a custom page, and I'll go into that a bit later, but you can delete a page. So, and then it'll go away. And add subpage is pretty much you're going to be, let me just go back a bit. So these pages here, right now, I like to call them as main level pages. And then if you add a subpage, of course there'll be, you'll be creating a brand new page, but it will be placed beneath a main level page. So on the front end, it will be presented as a drop-down that looks like this. So what you see within the drop-down, that is a subpage. Now if you click on the add page, you'll be creating a brand new page as well, but it will be on the same level as these. And why do you need a new page? So these are what came with the system, but of course I imagine perhaps you want to have a testimonials page, or you want to have a gallery page showcasing your previous work. This is where this function comes to play. So if you click on it, you'll be creating a custom page. So again, I'll call it a test for now. Add page. then this is where you can manage that page. You can enter your custom HTML. I'll go through the settings here in a bit. And then a custom page doesn't necessarily have to be a page, so you can actually turn it into a redirecting link. So if you have an external blog, for example, that you want to connect it to your website, so instead of having this as HTML, you can choose the link instead. And then you can enter the URL here, check the open in new window, and then save it, and then you'll have a link that once clicked on the front end, it'll redirect to your external website. And then also, while I'm here, let me just go over a couple of quick things, which is this show in menu and show in footer. This applies to every page here. So show in menu, if checked, the link for that page will show up top here in the top menu. As for the show in footer, it'll control whatever's down here under site links. Oops, site links right here. And then as for the show breadcrumb, this is just exclusive to the manage custom page. And that controls whether you want to show a breadcrumb for that page over here. This is the breadcrumb. And then you can also change, again, this is just exclusive to the custom page, the URL of the page. And I have just created the page, but I haven't saved it, so let me save it. And you can actually rearrange this. You can actually turn a main level page into a sub level page by dropping it, quote unquote, into a main level page, and this will show as a drop down front end. Let me just here, and this is saved automatically, so you can just go immediately into the front end and see the changes, and you can see the test link over here. Now let me go back to the home page. So again, you can go through each of these, and then each page comes with its own what we call widgets. So each of these rows here are called widgets. You can rearrange them, these arrows to rearrange them. And then again, each of this page will have different widgets, but there will always be one common thing, and that is specifically the body content widget over here. This one right here. So this is actually where you want to enter your custom HTML into. So whatever you entered here will just be specific to that page. So let me just show you something. If I type here, I like to liken this to typing in a Word document. And of course, that isn't really the best way to enter an HTML content. So what you can do is that you can click the source button here on the top, and you will be in HTML mode. And this is where you can enter your HTML content. This text editor is expandable. There's also this little button here. You can click, expand it to the full span of your browser window. Click it again, it'll revert back. And then also, okay, so that's that on the body content. And then in terms of the other widgets, you can take a look at it. You know, all these gear icons can be clicked, and then it'll open and then reveal more settings. You can play around with this. And then just to give you general ideas, so for example, we're on the home page. We have this blank products widget that's currently active, so this corresponds to this section right here. And of course, if I have the other things active as well, you see it on the home page as well. And then also, I believe this is not on every page, but some of the page do come with this column settings section as well. So let me just show you what happens if I turn it on. A brand new column has now appeared. And let me see. I'll turn it back off. But before I save, before that, again, you can turn it on and then play around with each of these widgets here and see what they'll generate on the front end. But let me just turn it off for now. And then let me actually perform a quick demo. So body content, let me see. I'll just enter an image. Here. So I want to access an image. Let me go to the custom template CSS, open this window here, click on it. I need to get this source link, copy, and then paste it. And then let me save it for now. So after every change you make, scroll to the very bottom and then click on this blue save button. Refresh, and there it is, the image I just entered. So let's say that I want it to appear beneath the blank products instead, so I can drag it. So save it again, refresh, and now it appears beneath the blank products. So that's just a little demo there, how you can enter, your custom HTML through the body content widget. And one last thing from the website pages, and this is actually just exclusive to the home page, is the rotating banner here. So the settings to access that is under this banner settings right here. You can turn it off. If you turn it off, it'll just disappear from the home page. On, and then if you want to use your own settings, overwrite the default settings, of course check this box, and you'll see this 3 slides, and then of course corresponds to the 3 slides here at the front. You can create a slide, and then of course to determine which slide you're on, you can always take a look at this label here. If you want to delete it, you can just delete. Okay. And then of course you see 2 parts to this, so the text and the image. Text and the image. But personally, I've never really used this because of course each customer will have different kinds of banners. So instead, I would just use this custom HTML option, and you'll see a familiar text editor. Same thing, source button here if you want to enter your HTML content. Or alternatively, if you're not so familiar with HTML, and then if you also think that this is quicker, and especially so if you have weekly offers, you can actually enter just, straight banner images instead of HTML content. So you can click on this icon here to upload the image, browse server, and you'll see a similar window here. Actually, let me delete it. So I'm starting from scratch. So choose file, select your image, open, and click upload. Select the image you just entered. You'll see some field here being populated with some information. Just click OK. And of course, this is just an image. And when it comes to a slideshow, you want each slide to be to somewhere. So you can incorporate a link to this image. Select it. It'll be highlighted in blue. click on this icon, link icon, and enter your URL. So I want it to lead to this page, for example. Now you can copy this whole URL here, but I actually like to just copy this part right here. So whatever's after the .com, include the /, copy, and paste it here, and click OK. The reason for that is if you are going to have a change of domain, if you've copied the whole URL here, you will have to go back here and then update your link. So that's why, that's the benefit of just copying whatever's after the .com. So if you have a domain change, you don't have to go back here and then update the link. So just save it for now. I'll go back to the home page. I will refresh it, and as you can see, the new banner. If I click it, oops, I missed it. If I click it, it'll bring me to the create page. With this default rotating banner, unfortunately you have to define both the width and the height of the banner. So as for the width, it's pretty much the width of the website, but for the height, let me show you the HTML here. So the rotating banner is contained within this division with the ID marketing, and then its immediate children, there's this division with the ID M window. So this is where the height of the banner is set. As you can see here, there's the height over here. So for example, if you want to enter a banner with the height, the size of the image, let's say 400 or any other measurement, you can enter it, no problem, but you will have to update the height of the M window over here, because if not, it's gonna go over the control, the navigational dots here. So that's just a quick tip. One last thing is that if you scroll down to your website, you will see some links here for that leads to legal pages. So privacy policy, returns policy, shipping, etc. So to change these pages, you can go to the settings page of the Manage Fulfillment. Under the very first section here, General Settings, go to Commercial Terms. Now this might look different with yours, but these have been highlighted in green simply because I viewed the content. So as you can see, there's this little indication here. So that's just quick FYI there. And then if you want to change any of this, you can click on the configure button. Within each, you have a couple of options here. There's an option to make the page visible or not. If you've unchecked it, it'll disappear from the front end. If you want to overwrite the content, be sure to check this box. And of course, another familiar text editor here, same thing. You can click the source button if you want to enter HTML content. And so that is pretty much it for this video. And of course, this is my own personal way of going about things when I'm about to code the website. Of course, I'm sure you'll find your own way. And if that's better for you, of course, you're welcome to follow that. But I'm hoping that with this video, I'm able to show you where you can achieve front-end customization within the DecoNetwork platform, where you can enter your your own HTML content or apply custom CSS, etc. And I hope this has been helpful, and thank you for listening.